Hi there everybody and welcome to the Watch channel. Today we are going to be taking a look at a new model from the Seiko Prospex range, and it is the Seiko Prospex Lagoon Turtle. Reference number is SRPJ35K. It's a recent release from Seiko and I really enjoy this colourway. I think it's fantastic. Anyway guys, we're going to take a little bit of a closer look at this particular watch. But before we do that, if you do like the content, please do consider subscribing and liking. It would be greatly appreciated. Anyway, without further ado, let's get straight to this video. So here it is, the Seiko Lagoon Turtle from the Prospex range. Reference number for this model is SRPJ35K. Seiko website does state that this is a special edition, but I'm just not too sure as to whether it's limited or just special or whether it was released for a specific market. But nonetheless, it is a very unique colourway. For those of you that are familiar with Seiko Turtles, the dimensions are very similar, if not exactly the same as every other Seiko Turtle, that being around about 45 mils in diameter, 48 mils top lug to bottom lug, about 14 mils thickness and a 22 mil lug width. So you may ask, why Lagoon Turtle? As you can see, you've got quite a colourful bezel there with a nice light blue and then a turquoisey green, lagoon colour. But the essential idea of this watch is to reflect the colour and diversity of the sea life in the oceans. If we take a look at the dial in closer detail, you can see there you do have a matte black dial. You have applied metal markers with LumiBrite applied, and you see the Seiko logo printed and the X for Prospex automatic divers 200 meters. I've put some macro footage of the dial up for you here so you can see it in greater detail. But I must say, looking at it with that macro lens, the finishing on the watch is really good. If you do see any specks of dust, then it's just my poor photography skills. But the loom on this watch is fantastic. I will have some loom footage for you up later on in this video, but don't be concerned about that. Visibility in low light situations for this watch is fantastic. Obviously, the biggest thing to mention here is the date window, which is matching. So that's really good, and I think aids in the legibility of the watch face. Of course, you've got that hour hand and it's in that beautiful turquoise colour. I'd love to see Seiko do more of this on their watches and put on some wacky colour combinations on the hands. So Seiko, if you're listening, please, love to see that. And here I am messing around with the bezel. It does actually align, which is good news. And some macro footage of the bezel and the colourway there. It is an aluminium insert, guys. Covering the dial is Seiko's hardlex crystal. Hardlex is slightly more susceptible to scratches than sapphire, but I'm not too sure whether this has anti-reflective. I've put a whole bunch of pictures up for you in different light situations and I can't tell. Sometimes it looks like it does, sometimes it looks like it doesn't. So anybody know, please let us know in the comment section. Inside the watch we have the 4R36 automatic movement. It does have hand wind and hacking capability, 40-hour power reserve and a 21,600 beat per hour rate. Of course, all watches that have automatic movements will need to be serviced at some point, but for the first 3 years there's no concerns there because Seiko offer a 3-year warranty. I also just want to say thank you very much to Starbuy for loaning us this watch. I'm going to put a link in the video description if you are interested in buying this watch as well. A little bit of wrist action for you here, guys. So this is my 7¼ inch wrist and what the turtle looks like on that. I think it wears pretty well because of those curved lugs. Like I say, it is 48 mils, but because it curves, it doesn't tend to make such a big impression or footprint on your wrist. Here's the Loom Shots, guys. So this first photo is what it looks like immediately after being exposed to a light source. The video footage shows you what the loom on the watch looks like after a few minutes of exposure. Again, it's LumiBrite, so it sort of sits at this luminescence for hours, so no concerns there in relation to legibility of this watch in low light situations. I put some more footage up for you guys here of me buggering around with it in the light, just so you can see what that bezel looks like in various light situations. I hope it gives you a better idea as to what it looks like in the flesh. Anyway guys, really that's about it that I can show you. I do like it, but like I say, it is a turtle. It's the same as every other one. It's just that the bezel is slightly different. But nonetheless, very nice colourway, and that hour hand turquoise colour is really, really nice. And guys, if you do have comments, please put them in the comment section below. Other than that, enjoy the rest of your weekends. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care guys.